Rassie Erasmus has named his team for the second test, and he has made some massive, massive decisions. Cheslin Kolbe and Canan, the only players remaining in the backline that started over the past weekend, but Cheslin Kolbe, the only player starting in the same position he did on Saturday, and it's a very bold call. Still no 6-2 split from Rassie Erasmus, no bomb squad on the bench, and I'll tell you what, it is a seriously, seriously young backline. You take away Cobus Reinach and Cheslin Kolbe, and it's youth on youth. It's players playing in new positions. And I tell you what, if you're Scott Robertson, you would not have predicted this side. And this is going to make preparation, I think, for the All Blacks very, very interesting indeed. If we look at the starting lineup as well, the pack, a couple of tweaks and a couple of interesting calls on the bench as well. Lots of people have been accusing Rassie Erasmus of not having rotated the squad, not giving the younger players or different type of players an opportunity. This is a very much rotated side that has been picked to kind of throw them to the wolves, I think. I think this is very interesting to see some of the thinking because it shows you how some of the different players are being considered in different positions to maybe what we sort of thought that might be. And it's going to be interesting to see how they perform. This could go very badly. Let's call a spade a spade. It could go very badly. However, if this goes well, what a test it could be, and what a moment it would be for SA Rugby if we can rotate this much, try these new players, and still get a result in Wellington. Let's have a look, shall we? So in the starting lineup, an unchanged front row: Oxenchair, Malcolm Marx, Thomas du Toit will pack down in the starting lineup. We've got to see a much better performance from Malcolm Marx, the lineouts. And I think that probably necessitates the locks that we have picked. Incredibly interesting. See, Lood de Jager in the number 4 jersey. Ruan Lockyer in the number 5 jersey. I don't think Lood de Jager's ever actually started in the number 4 jersey. I've never really seen him play there, to be honest. So it's an interesting call. Ruan Lockyer is undroppable at the moment, but those are two seriously good lineout operators that will be on the park at the same time as we try and fix our back line. We've then got Siya Kolisi, Pieter-Steph, the Toit, Jasper Wiese as our back row. As expected, Jasper Wiese, back from suspension, does come straight into the starting lineup, and I think he'll be a big point of difference this weekend, getting over the advantage line, bringing that physicality, and being quite confrontational. As I predicted, actually, the Cobus Reinach, Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu combination does start. Ethan Hooker gets a chance at 11. No Maxwell Mapimpi. So going with the youth and giving him an opportunity. He came on and had a bit of a tough game over the weekend, but they're backing him. What's interesting is that previously they've always spoken about him as a center, but now they're going to put him on the wing, and big physicality there on the wing as well. I mean, he's not slow by any means, but a different type of player than an Edwin van der Merwe, a Kurtley Arendse, for example. He's not out and out pace. He's got a lot of physicality. He can get over the advantage line and a pretty good skill set to match as well. This center combination is exciting. It gets me really excited. Damian Willemse, Canan Moodie in the centers. Big call to put Canan Moodie at center after 2 tough games on the wing. He has been very good at outside center though this year. He had a very strong game against Italy and is really growing in that role for the Boks. I thought for the Bulls, to be honest, I think he had tough times at outside center, but for the Boks, he's been really consistent. I don't think he's ever actually lost a game there. But it's a big call, nevertheless. And Damian Willemse at 12. Well, the biggest problem the Boks have always had, and the reason why we've never seen Damian Willemse at 12, is we've got so much good center depth. This is a big call. I love Damian Willemse at 12. I really do. I've often said I think it's his best position. I think that for the Boks, he's the best at 15 because you can't drop a Damian Delendi, let alone, and then Andre Estes as well. But I love Damian Willemse at 12. I think it gets him on the ball more. He's a player that always gets over the advantage line. He's got a kicking game in him as well. He's got a distribution game, having played a lot of rugby at fly half, and he's defensively very sound. So different type of player than Damian Delendi, but I think it's his best position. When he's playing well at 12 for the Stormers, he's phenomenal. And I know he's a player that maybe is short on confidence, but maybe this is exactly the type of thing that needs to happen. Get him on the ball. Get him close to the action. Let him get into the trenches, really, and try and build up that form. Because you can't hide at 12. Not that you can really hide at 15, but you can probably hide more at 15 than you can at 12. 12, you're in the thick of it. So I think that's a very cool move as well. And Aphelele Fassi in at 15, that's a no-brainer. I think we were always going to see a change at 15. If we look at the bench, huge call. No Andre Pollard. No if in emergency break glass for the Boks. They're not looking to try and, edge the game off towards the end, take the threes, try and build, try and sort of sneak a win. No, they are going all-out attack in that second half. Marnus van der Merwe comes onto the bench. Jan-Hendrik Wessels swaps the 16 for the 17. Wilco Louw retains the number 18 jersey. Archer Snyman comes in, which means no Evan Etzebeth as they look to try and rotate and keep fresh different players. They didn't mention anybody actually being injured in the press release, so this is all purely rotational as far as we understand. And, even, for example, Damien Delende, we worried about injuries. Nothing of the sort being mentioned in the press release. So, Archer Snyman, Kwagga Smith, your 2 forward replacements, although you do have an Andre Estes and in your sort of hybrid player. So, this could be deployed as a 6-2 split. Grant Williams, Manie Libbok, how exciting is that? And the backing to give Manie Libbok the keys in the second half. What I think is so cool about this team is that it's so adaptable if you look at the back line. You could put Andre Esterhuizen on the flank. You could put Andre Esterhuizen at 12. You could shift Damian Willemse to 15, for example. You could shift Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu to 15 and put Manie Libbok at 10. There's so many different ways. If things are going bad and Ethan Hooker's struggling, you can shift Cheslin Kolbe to the wing, Aphelele Fassi to the wing, Sacha or Damian to 15, Andre to 12, for example, Manie to 10. So it's a very, very versatile backline. And I do think that hopefully what we're predicting are to be drier conditions in Wellington. This is a team that can really up the ante and maybe go toe-to-toe with the All Blacks from a running game perspective. In terms of what Rassie Erasmus actually said about the team, he said, this is an exciting team which we believe will provide us with the forward power we require and spark in the backline against a quality All Black side. We've maintained consistency in selection to a large degree in the last few matches, but apart from that, what we feel some of the players can add to our attack, we'd like to see what players can do against the top-ranked team in the world. And that's what I'm saying, in terms of throwing into the wolves, right? Are you guys ready? Are you guys in the World Cup picture? Can you guys play in these positions? Go and show me against the number 1 ranked team in the world. He said, this is a vital match for our Castle Lager Rugby Championship campaign, and we feel some fresh legs and energy are what we need to come away with the desired result. He said, every player in the squad knows we believe in them and back them, and this will serve us a great occasion for them to show us what they're capable against a team such as the All Blacks. They've all done the job for us against some of the top teams in the world earlier this year, and others over the last few years, and we know they'll relish the opportunity to face New Zealand in their backyard. It's bold, it's big, I like it, to be honest. I like it, I really do. I think it's brave, and maybe we might not get the result, but I think, the Rugby Championship is already a bit of a failure. The big one for us was trying to win at Eden Park, and I think that this, look, at the end of the day, losing 2 games in a row could be a disaster and would be a big worry. But if we can get a good result, if this team rocks up, then what we could get out of this game would be absolutely massive. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below.